It took months of often acrimonious debate, but in the end Brazilian Senate passed a sweeping overhaul of the country's pension system.
Está aprovado o texto base.
Senators voted 60-19 in favor of the main text of the reform, delivering a major victory for President Jair Bolsonaro, who considered it his keystone economic proposal.
E em nome do ministro Paulo Guedes, cumprimentar todos.
I want to compliment the entire ministerial team, the Senate of the Republic, the National Congress, and the Chamber of Deputies. It's one of the most difficult issues, but at the same time the most important for Brazil.
Brazilian governments have failed to pass pension reform for decades. The bill promises to reduce the country's huge social security deficit, saving the treasury almost $200 billion over the next decade. It raises the minimum retirement age and increases worker contributions, among other painful measures.
Será uma reforma que vai exigir.
It will be a reform that will demand that the worker works for longer, pays more for longer, retires later, and certainly earns less than they deserve. This is the reality. But why did we approve it? Because there is no other option. We've reached rock bottom.
On Tuesday, Brazilian stock markets hit an all-time high on the expectation of the news, believing the measure will boost investor and business confidence. But it could spark protests on the streets as it did back in July when it passed the lower house, with many Brazilians worried about across-the-board cuts to social programs.
Você aumentar a quantidade de anos é natural, mas
to raise the minimum age, it's natural, but I don't think it's proportional to Brazilian life expectancy. In my case, for example, I don't know if I will be able to retire.
For President Bolsonaro, this is an important political victory in an otherwise controversial tenure, and it opens the door to his next target, an overhaul of Brazil's convoluted tax system. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera.